So in a sample of 800 students, mean weight and standard deviation are found to be 50 kg and 20 kg respectively. An assumption of normality means when the normal distribution is followed, what is the number of students? They don't want probability. They want number of students whose weight is in between 46 and 62 kg. They've also given you the area. Now let us write down whatever is given. Total number of students is 800. So n is equals to 800. Mean weight is 50 kg. And standard deviation is 20 kg. So mean is 50 and standard deviation is 20 kg. And you want number of students weighing between 46 and 62 kg. So what we'll do is we'll first find out probability that a student selected at random will have weight in between 46 and 62 kg. Once we find out this probability, then we'll multiply it by 800, we'll get the number of students. It is nothing but expected frequency. हम लोग पहले प्रोबेबिलिटी निकालेंगे कि एक बच्चे का वेट 46 और 62 के बीच में होना चाहिए. एक बार वो मिल गया तो हम लोग निकालेंगे कि भाई कितने बच्चे हैं, तो हम लोग उसको 800 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. Now at x is equals to 46, let us find z. Z will be 46 minus 50 upon 20. So that is 4 by minus 4 by 20. That is minus 1 by 5. That is minus 0.20. And at x is equals to 62, we'll find z. So 62 minus 50 upon 20, it is 12 by 20. It is 3 by 5 or it is 0.6. We want probability that x is in between 46 and 62. It is nothing but area between z is equals to minus 0.20 and z is equals to 0.6. So if this is my z distribution, I want area between minus 0.20 and 0.60. Now what is this area? They have already given. It is 0 and 0.2 cha badli area 0.0793 they have given. So they have given area this 0.0793 and they have also given this area 0.2257. We'll just have, we want this area, so we'll add it 0.0793 plus 0.2257. Now 0.3050 is a probability that a student has weight in between 46 and 62. We want number of students. So we will multiply this probability 0.3050 by total students and we'll get number of students, that is 244. See, we have the answer 244. You have an answer here. Similarly, let us take the next sum. The salary of workers of a factory is known to follow a normal distribution with an average of 10,000 and standard deviation of 2,000. If 50 workers receive salary more than 14,000, then the total number of workers in a factory. Now they have given you the number of workers who receive salary. They want total number of workers. So let us solve this. So mean is 10,000 and standard deviation of is 2,000. So mean of the salary is 10,000 and standard deviation is 2,000 and number of workers getting salary more than 14,000 is 50 and you want n. Let us first find out this probability. If we get this probability, we can immediately find out n using this formula. So probability that x is greater than 14,000. So at x is equals to 14,000, let us find out z. Z will be 14,000 minus 10,000 whole thing upon 2,000. This is 4,000 upon 2,000. This is 2. Now from the appendix, find out the area. Okay, this is you want probability that x is greater than 14. It is nothing but area greater than z is equals to 2. So from z table we'll find out area greater than z is equals to 2. तो हमको पहले area in between 0 and 2 निकालना पड़ेगा. If this is my normal curve, if this is 2 and I want this area, so this is 0.5 and I'll find out this area. Let us find out this area from appendix. Tell me the area. So we have to find out area greater than 2. To find out area greater than 2, this is my Z table. And area between Z and 2, we want this area. This is 0.5. We want area between 0 and 2. So area between 0 and Z is equals to 2 will be 0.4772. So area greater than 0 will be is 0.5. Minus करणार तर आपल्याला greater than value मिळेल. It is 0.0228. So n into 0.0228 is equals to 50. N will become 50 by 0.0228. So n is 2192.9. So it is 2193. And we have already got this. See, 16A is the answer. Now let us go for 17. For a normal distribution with mean 500 and standard deviation 120, what is the value of k so that the interval 500 and k covers 40.32% area under normal curve? Okay, we want to find out the value of k if 500 and k covers 40.32% area. Now this is a bit tricky. They have given area interval 500 and k covers 40.32% of area under standard normal curve. So we will say that area is 0.4032 in short. 40.32% है तो area 0.4032 है. When x is in between 500 and k. So probability that x is in between 500 and k is equals to 0.4032. When mean is 500 and standard deviation is 120. So at x is equals to 500, let us find out z. Z will be 500 minus 500 upon 120, that is 0. And at x is equals to k, z is k minus 500 upon 120. Now we don't know k, we don't know z. We are stuck here. But area between 0 and this value, I'll say let here z be alpha. So area between z is equals to 0 and z is equals to alpha is 0.4032. We know z is equals to 0 is the axis. And z is equals to alpha, I'll say here. And this area is 0.4032. and we want to find out alpha. कारण alpha मिळाला तर मला इकडे k मिळून जाईल. Now what else? What is the other information? Other information given is given area less than 1.30 is 0.9032. This is an important information. They have given area less than 1.30. This I have already explained you this concept. This means area less than is 0.9032. So if this is my curve, and if this is 1.30 and this is your axis, so whole this area is 0.9032, this complete area. But now only this area is 0.5. So this will be 0.4032. It means my alpha is 1.30. So 1.30 is equals to k minus 500 upon 120. So now let us find out k. So k will be 120 into 1.30 plus 500. So 1.30 into 120 plus 500. It comes 656. Let us see if we have the answer. Yes. जिनके पास पुराना मॉड्यूल होगा उसको पुराने मॉड्यूल में, एक्चुअली सीपीटी के मॉड्यूल में मिस्टेक थी, 656 वैल्यू नहीं थी उसमें, लेकिन यहाँ पे ये वैल्यू है. लेट अस गो थ्रू दिस अगेन. ये थोड़ा सा रिवर्स है. हम लोगों को जनरली 500 और के की वैल्यू दी जाती है और हमको एरिया पूछी जाती है. यहाँ पे उन्होंने आपको पहले एरिया बता दी है और अब आपको के की वैल्यू चाहिए. नाउ सी, they have told you that probability that x is in between 500 and k is 0.4032. Why am I saying this? Because they are saying that area between 500 and k is 40.32%. So that is 0.4032. So if x is the variable, then x between 500 and k, it is 0.4032. Now they have given for normal distribution, mean is 500 and standard deviation is 120. So at x is equals to 500, let us find out z. Z is 0. And at x is equals to k, we can't find out the value of z. So I have said let it be alpha. Now area between 0 and alpha is 0.4032. So we want this area. We know that this area is 0.4032. We want to find out area value of alpha. Now the given information by them was area less than 1.30 is 0.9032. This sign of phi means less than area. This means area less than 1.30 is 0.9032. To explain this, see, this is 1.30, this is less than area, this is 0.9032. This complete less than area. But this part is 0.5 as we know. So this part will be 0.4032. And here also they have said that this is 0.4032. Obviously alpha is 1.30 now. So when alpha is 1.30, we have to find out the value of k, which comes to be 656. Now let us go to the sum number 18. The average weekly food expenditure of a group of families has normal distribution with mean 1800 and standard deviation 300. What is the probability that out of 5 families belonging to this group, at least one family has weekly food expenditure in excess of 2100? Now this is combination of normal and binomial basically. It's a very different sum, one of its kind. Now if expenditure of food is normally distributed with mean 1800 and standard deviation 300. What is the probability that out of 5 families, at least one family has excess of 2100? We will first find out the probability that the food expenditure is greater than in excess of 2100. तो ये सम नंबर 18 थोड़ा सा अलग है, क्योंकि इसमें नॉर्मली तो सारे फैमिलीज का जो एक्सपेंडिचर है वीकली वो नॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड है, लेकिन बाद में हम लोग 5 फैमिलीज को निकाल रहे हैं, and out of them we want that at least one family should have expenditure more than 2100. It's a bit different. It's a bit different because we'll have to first find out the probability. अगर 2100 रुपए से एक्सपेंडिचर ज्यादा होना ये सक्सेस है, तो वी शुड नो व्हाट इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ सक्सेस. तो हमको Z डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन से पहले ये प्रोबेबिलिटी निकालनी पड़ेगी कि आप वीकली एक्सपेंडिचर 2100 से ज्यादा है, and then we'll have to solve it using binomial. So let us solve it. Now given information is mean is 1800 and standard deviation is 300. So mean is 1800 and standard deviation is 300, and we want probability that X is greater than 2100. So at X is equals to 2100, Z is equals to 2100 minus 1800 upon 300, and that is 1. 300 upon 300. So this is nothing but area greater than 1. अब उन्होंने आपको दी है लेस देन 1 की एरिया 0.84 है, मतलब अगर ये आपका पूरा नॉर्मल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन स्टैंडर्ड नॉर्मल कर्व है और अगर ये 1 है तो ये पूरी एरिया 0.84 है. तो सिर्फ ये एरिया क्या होगी बिटवीन 0 एंड 1? It will be 0.84 minus 0.5. That will be 0.34. So area between, now we want area greater than 1. If this is 1, I want this area, and this is 0.34. So this area will be 0.16. So probability that the expenditure is greater than 2100 is 0.16. But we don't stop. The sum is not ending here. They are saying now you have taken 5 families, and now you want out of that 5 families, at least one family should have expenditure greater than 2100. So let success be weekly expense greater than 2100. So what is probability of success? 0.16. What is probability of failure? 0.84. And N is 5. And you want probability that X is greater than or equal to 1. It is nothing but complement of less than 1. It is X is equals to 0 ka complement. This will be 1 minus P of X is equals to 0. That is 1 minus phi C0, 0.16 raised to 0, 0.84 raised to 5. तो ये टोटल आंसर आपका आ जाएगा 0.58, क्योंकि आपको पहले ही पता है कि कैसे सॉल्व करना है बाइनोमियल. You will get 0.5817, or it can be approximated to 0.582, which is the answer given in your module. उन्होंने आंसर दिया है 0.582. बहुत ही रेयर और अलग किस्म का सम है. बाइनोमियल और नॉर्मल दोनों को मिक्स किया है. सम नंबर 20. %50 of a certain product have weight 60 kg or more, and 10% have weight 55 kg or less. On the assumption of normality, what is the variance of the weight? Now here, they have not given you mean, they have not given you standard deviation. They have only given you that 50% of certain product have weight 60 kg or more. So probability that weight is more than 60 kg is 50% or it is 0.5. And probability that weight is more than less than 55 kg is given as 10%. So this is less than 55 is given as 10% or it is in probability 0.1. And from this, so only this is given, no mean is given, no standard deviation is given, and we have to find out variance. So from here only we'll find out the variance. If probability that x is greater than equal to 60 is 0.5, I'll find out z when x is 60. So 60 minus mean upon standard deviation is we don't know what it is. Say it is alpha. But we know that area greater than alpha is 0.5. We know only this much, that area greater than alpha is 0.5. Then area less than 55 is 10% is 0.1. अच्छा, एरिया ग्रेटर देन अल्फा इज 0.5. अभी देखो, ये अगर आपका स्टैंडर्ड नॉर्मल कर्व है, यहाँ की 0.5 होती है, यहाँ की 0.5 होती है. अब ग्रेटर देन एरिया अगर 0.5 है तो z तो 0 ही होना है, क्योंकि सिर्फ z इज इक्वल्स टू 0 की एरिया ग्रेटर देन 0.5. अगर ये इधर किधर अल्फा होगा तो वो 0.5 से बड़ा होगा, और इधर किधर होगा तो वो 0.5 से छोटा होगा. तो सिर्फ z इज इक्वल्स टू 0 पे ही ग्रेटर देन एरिया 0.5 है. Only at z is equals to 0, area greater than is 0.5. So हम लोग उसको z is equals to 0 बोल देंगे. So 0 is equals to 60 minus mu upon standard deviation. So 60 minus mu is equals to 0 and mu is equals to 60. Now we know mu, but we don't know standard deviation yet. But with the help of mu, let us see here. Now P of x is less than 55 is 0.1. So for P of x is less than equal to 55, we'll find out z at x is equals to 55. Z will be 55 minus 60 upon standard deviation. Let this be beta. Now area less than beta is 0.1. अच्छा, this will also be minus because 55 minus 60, तो ये माइनस होगा. तो हो सकता है कि वो बीटा यही कहीं हो. तो ये एरिया आपकी आ रही है और ये आ रही है 0.1, तो ये क्या होगी 0.4. तो आपको इसकी वैल्यू मिल जाएगी 0.4 की एरिया से. और उन्होंने आपको कुछ एरिया भी दी है. They have given that area less than 1.28 is 0.9. Given value is area less than 1.28 is 0.9. So if here is 1.28, this area is 0.9. But this is 0.5. So 0.9 minus 0.5, 0.4. So area between 0, area between z is equals to 0 and z is equals to 1.28 is 0.4. So this area is 0.4. तो ये बीटा की वैल्यू क्या होगी? -1.28, क्योंकि अगर ये 1.28 होगा तो ही ये एरिया 0.4 होगी, तो ही लेस देन एरिया 1.1 होगी। तो हम लोग बीटा की वैल्यू डाल देते हैं, -1.28 is equals to 55 minus 60 upon standard deviation. -1.28 standard deviation is -5. Minus minus cancel. Standard deviation is 5 upon 1.28. Find out the value of 5 upon 1.28.
फोर मैम।
3.90। ये तो स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन आ गया, तो इसका जो स्क्वायर होगा वो वेरिएंस होगा। $15.25 is the variance. तो ये ए आंसर आ सकता है उसका। $3.90 can also be taken as 4 and your answer will also be 16 because 90, so it's very nearby. So if your standard deviation is 4, your variance is 16.
मैम
Now see here there is a difference. अगर आपने standard deviation को 20 सम में, अगर आपने स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन को 3.90 लिया तो उसका वेरिएंस आएगा 15.25 which is nearby to 15.21. और अगर आपने इधर ही स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन को राउंड अप कर लिया, 4 बोल दिया, तो वेरिएंस आपका 16 आएगा। तो ये होगा। अब करना क्या है, जनरली तो एग्जाम में इतने कंफ्यूजिंग नियर बाय आंसर्स नहीं आते, पहली बात। लेकिन करना ये है हमेशा आपको, यू शुड ऑलवेज फॉलो दिस, डू नॉट राउंड अप एनीथिंग प्रीवियसली। फाइनल आंसर के अलावा और किसी को राउंड अप नहीं करना है। तो 3.90 अगर स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन आया तो उसको 3.90 ही रखो और आपका आंसर आएगा, वेरिएंस आएगा 15.25 और उसके नियर बाय वाला आंसर को टैली करो। तो उसके नियर बाय वाला आंसर है 15.21। तो जो फाइनल आंसर आता है, अभी देखो जैसे वेरिएंस आया है 15.25, तो हम लोग इसको राउंड अप करके 15 बोल सकते हैं, ये अलाउड है। लास्ट जो आंसर आता है ना फाइनल आंसर, उसको राउंड अप करना अलाउड है। लेकिन इधर स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन को राउंड अप करेंगे तो वो बन जाएगा 4 और इधर वेरिएंस बन जाएगा 16 और आप इसको टिक करोगे, लेकिन ये आंसर तो है ही नहीं, आंसर तो है ए। तो आपको हमेशा याद रखना है, फॉर एवरी सम इन मैथमेटिक्स फाइनल आंसर को ही राउंड अप करो अगर जरूरत पड़े तो, बीच में किसी भी वैल्यू को राउंड अप मत करो। वैसे इतने कंफ्यूजिंग ऑप्शंस वो लोग देते नहीं है एग्जाम में, बट इवन इफ दे गिव तो आपको फाइनल आंसर को ही राउंड अप करके आंसर लिखना है। एम आई क्लियर हियर?